There once was a crocheter from Nantucket. Oh, family friendly. Today we're gonna be making bucket hats. So we're gonna bucket. Let's begin right next. Hi, I'm Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, and thank you so much for joining our channel today. I'm here to inspire you and create magic with your crochet hook. Are you ready to play?
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Welcome, and let's do a bucket hat together. The title of this video is the size that we're going to be working with today. This particular pattern has several sizes, including all the way from 0 to 6 months to an adult size. You'll find a link in the more information of this video in order to find the free patterns for that. And this is designed by Sarah from Repeat Crafter Me. You can see that she has extensions that you can add to it, whether it's eyes or crab claws or maybe even a whale. That's something that you can decide for yourself, but today I'm only focusing on the basics of these hats. So I'm going to recommend a couple things. She has Super Saver as Red Heart Super Saver as her suggestion. If you are knowing anything about heat, cotton is your best way to go. So Lily Sugar and Cream is the better way to go. It's 100% cotton. Cotton keeps you warm, but it also keeps you cool. So this is what you would be looking at. So if you're finding acrylic in the Super Saver too hot to wear, switch over to your Lily Sugar and Cream. You can do Bernat Handicrafter or maybe even Peaches and Cream. We're going to be using a 5mm size H crochet hook today, and let's begin the size that's promised in the video title. Let's start the 6 to 12 month size. This is called a magic ring. It's also called an adjustable circle. To do it, and we have tutorials just specifically on this, is that you're just going to lay the yarn loosely in your hand, and you're going to use your 2 fingers, and you're going to wrap the yarn that is leading to the yarn ball around your 2 fingers and cross over the top, and use your 3rd finger to hold it in this cross formation. I'll show you one more time. We do have tutorials available, as I mentioned. So in the front of your hand, 2 fingers, wrap and cross over, and use your 3rd finger to hold. And you want to scoop under the first one and grab this one with your 5mm size H hook, and you're going to pull through, and you can slide your fingers out and just keep it open and allow the ring to be there, plus the straggler yarn that you'll pull that tight later. We're then going to just chain 1, and that will hold that in there. And this is called country yellow for the color, just in case anybody needs to ask me. So country yellow it is. I need you now to place 11 double crochets inside this ring. So when you crochet, make sure you crochet over the 2 strands directly, and so you're just going to double crochet over that. And so we'll count those out together. So we have 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. As soon as you have your 11, I want you to verify the count before you do anything. So you're gonna start with your first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Once confirmed, just pull this slightly. It's a straggler. That'll close the ring a little bit, and I need you to slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet. If you're not sure, just count it back from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And the 11th one back is where you'll do your slip stitch to join. Once it's joined, pull up a large loop and let your hook come out. And I want you to turn it over, and this strand here is part of your magic circle or your adjustable circle or magic ring, and you're just going to pull on it, and it's gonna pull that center tight and shut. Now you can't just trim this yarn now because it'll fall out. So you need to put this into a tapestry needle, and you need just to scoop up underneath. This is still the back side of the circle, and when you drag this yarn through, you should never see that going through the front side. So just stay on the fibers in the back, and you're gonna drag it through the first time once, pull tight. A slightly different path. If you separate fibers itself instead of just going between strands, it'll be even better. So you go through twice and then third time is a charm. And once you think it's in good enough, you can just trim your yarn down, and you can turn this back over to the good side. You can put your hook back in, and you can pull things nice and tight, and the center ring is nice and closed. And we're now going to officially move on to round number 2. Let's move on to round number 2. It states in the instructions that we chain 2 at the end of an instruction. The way that I teach, I always chain my stuff in the beginning of an instruction. So chain 2, and that's not going to count as a stitch, it's just a builder. And I'm also going to show you a cheating technique at the end of this rotation, which you can use on every rotation going for this whole thing. In the same one that you have the slip stitch, I need you to place in 2 double crochets in it. And the next stitch, 2 double crochets as well. So you're just gonna apply 2 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. You'll have a total count of 22 double crochets, but I'm gonna show you a cheating technique when you get all the way around, and I'll be right back in a moment. So please continue around. So I'm coming all the way around. There's actually just 1 stitch left, even though it appears to be 2. This is where new crocheters mess up and add stitches when they shouldn't. So in the last one here, you technically can just put in 2 double crochets, because that's what's needed, and then you have your 22, and then you join to the top of the beginning double crochet. The problem is, see this gapping space? That always will exist every time. So here's my tip for you, and this is not in any written instructions, this is just a tip. So in the last one we have to put 2 double crochets in, so just put the first one, and now the next one that we put in there, we want to join it to this one at the same time. So we're going to do a 2 together double crochet to do that. So you're gonna start by putting the second one in, just yarn over, going in, pull through 2 and hold. Now I want you to go into this space right here, and just yarn over, going in, pull through 2 and hold. And now we're gonna pull through all 3, and that makes it a 2 together. So you still only have 1 stitch that is making up that very last one that you put in. So you're not changing the stitch counts, but what you've done is that this leg here of the 2 together is going to fill in that space so that you'll never see it. And then you can slip stitch to the top of the beginning like that, and voila, it's gone. We're moving on to round number 3 next. In round number 3 we're gonna start a sequence, and you're gonna continue to do that sequence over and over and over. You're starting by chaining 2, does not count as anything, and in this first one here you'll place in 2 double crochet. You're then going to put 1 double crochet by itself in the next one. That's your sequence. So let's repeat. The next one will have 2 double crochets in it. They share the same stitch, and the next double crochet is all by itself. So please continue to repeat that sequence around for round number 3. So finishing up round number 3, there's just 1 into the very last one. That's just keeping in the sequence, but I'm gonna do my little trick of the 2 together with that one plus the space, and therefore that will fill that space in like that. And then you can just join to the top of the first double crochet. See, no space. Let's begin number 4. Let's begin number 4. You're going to chain 2, won't count as anything, and in the same first one you'll apply 2 double crochet. The next 2 are all by themselves, so double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 by itself and 2 by itself. Okay, so here's the sequence to go around. You'll place in 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and then the next one, these next 2 are 1 double crochet by itself. So 1 by itself, 2 by itself, and you'll repeat that around for round number 4. I'll see you at the end of the round. Picking you up on the end of number 4, there's 2 by itself, but I'm gonna do my secret little thing with my last one, again putting it together to hide in that space. Okay, and join. So let's begin number 5. So let's begin number 5. We're going to do a small increase just to get it to the size that you need, and what we're going to do is that we're going to apply chain 2 to start, and you'll put 2 double crochets into the first. Okay, Once you have that done, the next 10 will be one double crochet by itself. So let's count those out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the sequence is 2 into the next one and then 10 by itself and so on, and go all the way around for round number 5. At the end of the 5th round, this is the 10th one, but I'm going to do my little thing and get that gap to be closed off and then put it together and then just attach to the first double crochet. We're going to get a little bit bigger again in round number 6. So in round number 6 I'm just going to tell you what it is because you kind of just did what you did and it's the same kind of sequence. So you just chain 2 and you'll put 2 into the very first one. So for this one round you're going to do 11 double crochets by itself and then you will then put in 2 into the next and then 11, 2 into the next and then 11, and you'll continue to do that sequence all the way around. So I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm finishing up the last round, number 6, and the last stitch is the 11th one going in, and I'm just gonna do my little thing and get that to be filled in. So let's talk next about rounds number 7 through 11. Here's my verbal instructions and you can do this on your own. So rounds number 7 all the way through 11 is the same thing. You'll chain up 2 and just apply 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and when you come around you can do my little trick that I have to fill in that space and then just continue along and do your rounds number all the way through 11. So please do rounds number 7 through 11 now, and I will pick you up on the 12th round in a moment. So let's start round number 12. We've got number 11 done. It looks like a beanie at this point, and we're gonna continue our journey. We're gonna chain 2. In the same beginning stitch you're going to place in 2 double crochet, and then the next one is 1 double crochet by itself. So the sequence to go around is 2 double crochet into the next one and 1 double crochet into the next one after that, and please do that all the way around, and this will take you around number 12. Okay, and coming around on number 12 and just staying in the sequence, and that last stitch is by itself, and I'm just gonna do my little trick and pony show. Okay, and just attach to the top of the first double crochet. Let's begin. Or it's dog and pony show. Is it? I don't know. You let me know. Okay, so let's move on to number 13 and 14. Rounds number 13 and 14 are just a growth round, so you just chain up 2, and it's more of a relaxing growth round. So it's just 1 double crochet in each. So that allows the last stitches that we just did just to kind of balance itself out. So rounds number 13 and 14 is just 1 double crochet in each. You'll attach it when you get around and etc. And I'll pick you up on the last round, number 15, in just a moment. Okay, rounds number 13 and 14 are done, and now the final round. Now some people get all antsy pantsy about doing the reverse single crochet. It's also called the crab stitch. So if you don't like that stitch, just chain up 1 and apply 1 single crochet all the way around, join it and then fasten off. But I will show you how to do the crab stitch to keep it in honor of this pattern. You're going to chain 1 and you are going to go into the same stitch of the join. Now instead of going forward you're gonna go backward. So you're gonna come into the last stitch that was in there, and you're gonna go in, you're gonna scoop the yarn and pull through. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through the 2. So instead of going forward we're going backward. So go to the last stitch before that. Okay, and then just do that. And you'll notice after about 3 stitches that you'll see the texture of this stitch showcasing its beauty. See that? It almost reminds me of roping in a way, and it's a great way to finish off things. So you're just gonna go all the way around with the reverse single crochet or a crab stitch, and I'll be right back in a moment to weave in your ends. Okay, once you come all the way around you just gotta slip stitch to the beginning, reverse single crochet, and we're not quite done yet, so just do that and then trim long enough that you can put that through a tapestry needle. So you can see how the edging looks great. So let's just pull that through. Turn it over to the other side so you're looking at the inside of the brim, and grab your tapestry needle, and remember that little trick that we did 3 times back and forth. We're doing that again. So when you do this, the best way to do it is to kind of make sure that you split the fibers. So don't just go in between strands, go in between fibers of the strands, but make sure that you never go into the opposite side of the work. Okay, so just turn it, see? You should see nothing. So just go through once, and you do this a total of 3 times. So a slight different path going in the opposite direction. Like that. And then finally a 3rd time is a charm. The more fibers that you can split apart, the harder it is to get out. So if you ever have to frog it out, meaning to rip it, it's very, very difficult in order to do that. Once you're good, you can cut it right down, and now you have a new hat to be able to enjoy. So this here is the 6 to 12 month size, and this is slightly bigger than the newborn.